God, it's Boldeveda again. Hey guys, welcome to another video with Linksy. How's everyone doing? Um, yeah, hope you're doing well. Grab yourselves a cup of tea, guys. Pause it, grab yourselves a cup of tea, and come back because this is 56 minutes long. It's gonna be a long one, but it's gonna be a fun one. I was promised it was an absolute massacre, so here we are. So, what do we have? We have Marshall of USSR Killer Roop on the defense, and I really forgot their third player. I apologize. And on the attack, I believe there's Captain Nipples, there is Deers, Grease, and Why So Serious. I'm so sorry to the guy, I forgot the name. But what I did not forget, because I can see in front of me, there are three factions defending and three factions attacking. And there is Swaby, Adrii, and Boyai defending, which are interesting, with the exception of Adrii. The other two are interesting for the defense. And then the classic Arveni attack with Seleucids for the tortoises. A really good mix-up. And Shotel. Now, Kush bringing Shotel gets kind of countered by the Swabi and the Boyai, who have so much light armored infantry. But guys, let's get started because this is 56 minutes long, and god damn it, it will be long. So, let's interview you. Sir, how do you feel about this fight? Okay, I'll let you be. Bug it, lad, he told me. So, this, let's talk placement of Siege Tower. Ooh, beautiful. That Gallic Hunter got absolutely slaughtered. All these Celtic bowmen on the wall over here. Absolutely melting those Gallic Hunters. Beautiful first few shots over there, and this Ballista will stay alive. The Ballista will be able to just get a beautiful alignment shot over here if they wait long enough, and that will get a lot of kills. Kushite Slave Infantry is a beautiful unit to push. I'm saying beautiful too much. Oh, the world is so beautiful. Guys, I swear I'm not high. I'm just ate chocolate. Chocolate's the best. Celtic Warriors being pushed in. So, you know, the normal light infantry being thrown in. Greek Giant Ballista, that's interesting. They do have the African Ballista back here, but that's it. So they got two Ballistas on the attack. There are two Oatsworn unit, again, not enough cavalry present for the attackers. There's a Gamma Cav once more. And a crap ton of... That's a lot of Thorax Swordsmen. That's a crap ton of Thorax Swordsmen. So, lots of... They have quite a bit of killing power. And, of course, their archers are fantastic. You have the Kushite archers over here. They actually get Numidian bowmen, which is smart, and they get the Kushite Royal Guard, which is a very strong melee unit, melee cav unit. So we're going. They do get the ballista into the flank, and they're trying to shoot, but they're not getting. I mean, 45 kills is decent. Again, normally I would wait once they're starting to break down the wall, but yeah, they're getting a lot of kills just shooting there. And these guys are really getting hammered home. Smart for the Arveni player to keep his unit back just enough, and oof, bouncing Bettys everywhere. The wall is being taken down. He should be really focusing on killing these Celtic warriors. There you go. These guys are a better shot if you take them. That's what I was talking about. There you go. Dozens of kills, 100 kills. These Celtic warriors, I mean, they're fantastic units. Just think about 40 weapon damage. Wait, let's go here. They have enough as much weapon damage as sword masters, and they're just so much cheaper. And of that, they only for 4 armor piercing. How much actually sword masters? How much armor piercing do they have? 4 as well. So they basically have the same amount of damage as sword masters. Not the same survivability. And sword masters have a little bit more armor. Melee defense, but again, these guys cost 250. Sword masters, I think, cost 800 gold. So you have that to keep in mind. These troops have been really depleted. I mean, how many kills? 140 kills. That's basically an entire unit gone. Really good use for Boyai of the ammunition there. The slave infantry over here breaking down the last wall. If it starts to break it, I'm not sure what's happening here. It should be breaking it, and so this is exactly what I was talking last time I covered this map, right? You do not defend the walls here, because you end up being outflanked. You do this. You hold the rear. You put yourselves in a position where you can fall back. Illyrian Marines, so good. So good. Whoa. What are you doing with that ballista, man? I don't understand why you bring Giant Ballista on this when you're using Tortoises to bring down the walls. They have a Freeman on the wall up here, trying to keep the arrow tower from being captured really early on, but these Celtic warriors are going to get shot in the rear, and that's not going to be pretty for them. This is a very big grab. This seems to have not worked whatsoever, but it's glitched out, it's fine. Stuff happens. I must say that this game is between the Lusitani and the Morituri, so I think it's a friendly game from what I understand. I'm not sure if it's a friendly game or a Colosseum match, actually. I have to ask if it's a Colosseum match, because it is between two whole teams and they're playing with the rules of the game, as far as I can see. I'm not sure if I'm missing a rule, but they seem to be doing really well. You know, limiting the number of units. 7 of the same units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those. 1, 3. Yep, 7, 3, 7. Yeah, they're limiting 7 maximum units for the same unit type. This kill box, though, this kill box is. I mean, the spear levy could be a bit slightly better position, but overall, it's doing damage. Those Pila are going to melt those hillmen and those slave infantry. The spear levy are shooting their spears in and they're charging in. Again, spear levy are super cheap. I think they're like 200 gold. So throwing them in is fine, and they did get the kill on those hillmen. They're a good counter to hillmen because they have a little bit extra melee defense. Keep in mind, in Rome and Total War games, melee defense accounts for a lot of the damage, final damage output, so that is really important. And oof, these hillmen are being routed off the map really fast. It's gonna do a lot of damage. And back here, the armies are in really good positions. I would prefer to have still a little bit more backup here, or at least, yeah, they do actually. They have the sword followers there, so that's really good. This ballista over here is this ballista over here is unfortunate. It's down to 2 men. Must have been the archers who were there somehow. No, the siege tower. That's really good. So they will not be able to fire, because at this point they would just empty their ammunition into this and they would get a few decent kills. These Gallic hunters luckily came back for the attackers, and it's doing well. Slave infantry breaking, as I was saying, the spear levy doing really well as support of these Illyrian troops. Mercenary Celtic warriors just coming in there, and slightly worse than normal Celtic warriors, but they still do the trick. Ammunition is still being fired in, trying to bombard the troops. Kush is pretty much being pushed back on this side. Some Kushite slave infantry trying to come on top of the wall. These Illyrian Tauros spears are just enjoying free shots from up here, and they're going to do a lot of damage on anything that comes down there. Celtic warriors, 100 kills. This was an absolute massacre. I mean, they did get the initial win, so at this point they need to start pulling back. Not overcommit, just pull back again in your defensive position and get as many kills as you can from that. They're cycling units in, they're trying to charge in and break the units as fast as possible. The Pila throws from these Illyrian Marines into the side of those Celtic warriors are fantastic. Some more Celtic warriors are being brought in. Then Celtic bowmen were brought down from up here, and they will do a lot of damage. Now these longbow hunters, I mean, they're okay, but I prefer the Chimbri bowwomen for a simple reason that they have 150 range. Range over damage, I always say, and that range means they can only fire until around here, whereas 150 range they would be able to hit up there. I mean, look at the crossfire on these guys. I mean, they won the engagement, but then Pila throws is just absolutely melting them. These Illyrian Tauros spears up there absorbing quite a little bit of ammo from the siege tower. Maybe I would have even put them slightly to this side. But again, I understand that he's trying to get them on the fort wall to stop those Kush from fighting these Illyrian Marines getting shot in the flank. Again, they should be pulled back because they can do so much damage. But this is a disgusting mess, Lusitani. But guys, you guys really need to fix your archers over here, guys. Memes aside, can you see this? Only half of the unit is firing, the others aren't. So just don't, because you would be breaking these really fast, and that would be the case. I mean, the attackers are doing decent amount of damage. The defense had to commit a lot more troops, but now the Torque swordsmen are charging in en masse. This is not perhaps the smartest thing they could have done. Yeah, this is definitely not the smartest thing they could have done. These Torque swordsmen charging in all at once like that, they won't even be able to reform properly. at least charging 4 of them. 4 is good, and having the rest just out here. Because now what's going to happen is ammunition is going to fire till you reform. Pila throws, etc. are going to come in, and I mean, yeah, you did a little bit of damage, but the ballistic power is already in favor of the defense. And this African ballista is gonna count for nothing. Swebi still has most of his forces intact, whereas the Boyai, the Boyai is the one who's mostly engaged on the front over here. He still has units every now and again, here and there, still a couple of units, Outrun, etc. The Adrii faction has units here as well, placed all around. So, okay, Mercenary Hope. Let's just say Swordmasters. Did he glitch in the Swordmasters for the Adrii? Which, technically speaking, they would have had Swordmasters or similar units. These Celtic warriors on the wall fighting Illyrian Taurus Spears. The Taurus Spears should be up here, and the archers are. I mean, these archers are getting really, really good shots in. They're damaged, but they're not bad. What just happened? Okay, the game decided to have a small heart attack there, which is fantastic. So, okay, this Taurus swordsman push thing worked for them. The Celtic warriors are firing in. Wow. That's a lot of units, though. That's a lot of units being pushed in now. What can the defense do? Again, the defense is doing the good thing. It's retreating, it's falling back, and it's taking a defensive position. You are defending the settlement. There's no need to massacre your entire force for nothing. You're not winning, you're not trading well, retreat. That's absolutely fine. And these Celtic warriors over here did pay for themselves, and they are almost routing these units. I mean, again, these units are pretty much worthless now. 140 kills on that Celtic warriors, really good trade, because anything you kill with them, it's pretty much more expensive than them or the same cost of them. So you're trading well automatically. Yeah, these Illyrian Marines, pretty good. They're doing really well. And they're trying to get in the range of the longbow hunters over here. Putting a couple of more archers would do well. Bloodsworn, not the best unit to hold in the front. I mean, they are very good at charging, but they're light melee units, supported by more light melee units. The only thing that can really hold for a while is these Illyrian Marines. Don't get me wrong, 50 melee defense is quite decent. Now the attack is not really pushing pressure on as they should. They really should be putting pressure up. These Illyrian Taurus Spears are getting really good side shots in those Gallic hunters over there. Meanwhile, these Illyrian Taurus Spears over here, overwhelmed by the slave infantry, who's doing a fantastic job in murdering them. Again, Illyrian Taurus Spears, super light infantry. I mean, same class as the Kushite slaves, but the Kushite slaves, I don't know how they're light. They have 52 melee defense, 40 armor. They're medium infantry. The Numidians' light infantry is pretty much the same. It's considered as medium swords. So there's that. It's speed issue. The Illyrian Marines over here are getting shot by the ballista. Getting a couple of kills, but nothing really that serious. If I had the ballista right now, what I would be doing is I'd be breaking this corner wall. Just here. Why? Because this corner wall is such a pain in the ass. It gives you covering overwatching fire over there. So just break this, and even if though you don't know there are longbow hunters, I would really suggest you break that little corner, or at least this arrow tower, and that would give you less pressure as you push in on the center. Because otherwise, what you have to do is you break through here, which is almost impossible at the moment, and pull your troops in here. Come back and attack from this side or from even the back there, which would take all game long. Now, as we're saying this, what are the reserves for the attackers? The attackers still have a lot of reserves. They have the Chosen Swordsmen, they have the Shotel Warriors back here, they have Hillmen, of course, the legendary Hillmen, and the most importantly, they have the Syrian Archers and Numidian Bowmen, who are still very, very good on ammunition. These Gallic Hunters are a little bit better than Wars 4 were, but they... yeah, Taurus swordsmen, run away, little boys, run away. There's a lot of light infantry over here, but sword followers are in the reserve back here. They can be brought out to support. If there's anything for the Muratori, they are called as the slowest team, but they do know how to place their units well. They do know the importance of strategic location. And watching their games over the past few weeks, I've noticed them improving, and they are very good at adjusting on a moment's notice recently. They've been improving, and that's something that should be called out, and they should be congratulated for, because improving your game style is important. There's this thing in a Rome community where, and people might hate me for this, but there's this thing in the Rome community where like, oh, I have 6,000 hours, I'm better than you. No, doesn't matter how many hours you have. I have 620 hours. I'm a mid to high level player. I'm not a professional player at all. I mean, I can hold my own, but that's just about it. 90% of the time, I do lose to stupid things I do. And afterwards, when I look at the replays, like, oh god, Linksy, why? But in those 620 hours, what I did was I looked at videos of people who were better than me. I have watched dozens and dozens of, like, for at least 100 hours, we're watching these replays to upload these videos, because I have uploaded over 100 videos for Roman Victor playlist, which it's just, it should be somewhere around on the screen right now. There's a card if you want to see all the replays. And some of the better ones, you'll notice them because they have more views than the others. But yeah, and what I'm trying to say is, in this lull of the battle, learn by seeing what you did wrong, and instead of saying, oh, they cheated, oh, they exploited something. No, guys, just see how you fucked up, see how you can stop them from doing it to you again. Like, for example, there's a small mistake here. This is a little bit of a gap. Now, granted, probably putting units down through this. Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. That's actually on possible land, which shouldn't be. Well, we don't know. We'll have to see. I actually have to test that out. This looks like possible land, but it might be impossible because of that little gray area. Frankly, you should be able to pour your troops in through here and just surprise. But yeah, that would cause so many headaches for CA. So over here, what do we have? Slave infantry, the remnants of it, charging in and engaging the Bloodsworn and Celtic warriors over there. Then followed up by more troops. There should be archers. Yeah, these archers should be over here firing at an angle. More troops are being thrown in. Slave infantry breaking really easily, but then hillmen breaking as well. So okay, the first assault, the shock assault, is doing really badly against the defense. More units are being charged in. The Bloodsworn, they're club levy. They're like basically they fight with clubs. Yeah, exactly. They have 15 damage, but they have 9 armor piercing, so they really do well. And then add their melee attack, so they will really shred through the armor of these Torok swordsmen, which usually would require. Whereas before with normal units they require like 15 hits to die. With that club levy, 9 hits, 8 hits will be enough to kill them, and that would do a lot of damage. And again, these chosen swordsmen as well are all dying. Shoto warriors are the worst to throw against these club levy. Bloodsworn, because Bloodsworn are just the perfect counter. These Gallic hunters are being killed by the Illyrian Marines throwing their PLAs in. That was a beautiful shot. These Syrian archers over here, though, getting lovely hits into this blob, and they're getting a lot of kills. Now, these Syrian archers are the thing that you need to be shooting at those Bloodsworn, because the Bloodsworn do not have the armor necessary. And as you can see, these Illyrian Marines and the Bloodsworn are getting melted. The missile fire over there. I don't know why there's the African ballista being used over here on the lightly armored units, but so be it. And the units over here are being cycled in and out. The Celtic bowmen are unfortunately again out of position. They need to be placed here. And the assault has stopped over there, but as I was saying, over here it's going to be a little harder. They need a little bit more reserves to be thrown that way. Perhaps these spear wall and the swordmasters to be thrown down there. They're transferring more Illyrian Marines and oh, my voice went weird there for a second. Yeah, more Illyrian Marines down that route, which will be useful. No, these are mercenary hoplite. Will be very useful, but of course it will be limited. Fire ammunition to that ballista, which is trying to move in point blank and getting a lot of kills. 50 kills, it's not really effective. They managed to burn it out. Really useful. Dodging those ammunition from the Celtic bowmen over here. Sorry, the Gallic hunters. The Celtic bowmen dodging the Gallic hunters over there. This push is working as these Bloodsworn. As I was saying, these are not the best unit. They're super cheap, but of course, I mean, they're really useful, like rear charging, etc. But more units are being thrown in. These Celtic warriors are being brought out. They really need to burn down that ballistas. Celtic bowmen being brought in to try and burn that. The Torok swordsmen over here forming a fantastic line. Forming a beautiful line over here. and just holding their own. They're just outside the range of the assault. I'm not sure where the peel are being wasted. That's really good. Actually, that is insanely good. That one Illyrian Marine wasted 2 volleys of peel, at least if not 3. Peel is being thrown into the flanks of these troops. Gallic Hunters shooting at the Celtic Bowmen. The Celtic Bowmen getting massacred, and these Gallic Hunters are slowly paying back for themselves, even though they were massacred earlier on. Yeah, the amount of firepower that the defense has over this side is insane. Now, what can you do? Honestly, the assault. I'm totally in defense because they're playing very defensively. They're attacking very, very defensively. And I mean, they are doing damage, but I'm not sure because what the defense is losing here are super cheap units. They're nothing special. Jesus, those Illyrian Marines charging in. Pilas are being thrown. Like every time that Pilas is being thrown, these guys are really losing a lot of their men. These Marines are doing relatively well considering the quality of units they're fighting. 2 Thorax Swords units are pretty much gone over here. Chosen Swords as well are really depleted. I mean, they're getting kills, 100 kills, but it's nothing special. Shotel Warriors, with the support of their allies, are almost 200 kills in, so that's really good. Shotel Warriors are actually doing more than I expected them to be able to over here. But, dude, put a small... Oh, dude. They could really exploit this and charge in there. Again, this is why you need light cavalry. A light cavalry unit charging in there would cause so much chaos. Having a heavy horse, okay, mighty horse, charging in there, you would have been able to break all of this. All of this would have just been, boom, gone. Farewell. Goodbye. See you later, alligator. Okay, so all of these troops are dying and being melted away. Illyrian Marines charging in, and more troops are. Taurus Spears charging in. Axe Wars over there. That's all right. Not the worst, not the best, but they're doing okay. And okay, these guys, Celtic Bowmen, 71 kills. That's relatively okay. Celtic War again. Yeah, now the Chosen Swords over there charged. Then that's not really anything they can do. Gallic Hunters are out of ammunition. How did they do? 100 kills and 154 kills. Not bad. But I think at this point it's yeah, they need to retreat from here. They need to just fall back and retreat. The Celtic Warriors came back. Yeah, they were trying to defend that wall. Shotel Warriors were coming. They need to just fall back, hold the kill box over here. You know, just build a line there, build a line here, putting archers up here, and doing your best to try and hold that. Now, there are no slingers for the Illyrians, and you should always get slingers. For the simple reason, slingers get 25 ammunition, and even though you have Taurus Spears and Illyrian Marines, 25 ammo, it's hard to beat, and they do have high armor penetration. Basic slinger units, you're easily seeing like 200 kills, 250 kills. And, I mean, that's a really good ratio. Now these sword followers will have an easy time cleaning up this, because, I mean, looking at it, apart from the Shotel Warriors over here, everything else is super depleted. And, again, cavalry, man. All you need is cavalry, because they do not have their archers protected. And there's no cav for the defense. You always need to have 1 or 2 units of cav, because they are absolutely fundamental in your army composition. Because now these archers are pretty much uncontested. And this Thorax Swords would break with 1 cav charge. Again, Hellenic faction to bring cav, you're done. But also Swabian, boy, I have Noble Cav, and if Noble Cav would have been brought into the fight, that Noble Cav would have done just absolutely fantastic in dealing with all of these bowmen, which are still really fresh. Just a rear charge, really and truly. I mean, there's nothing here that would have held the charge. You hear me complaining a lot about Cav. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so it seems they're repositioning. I'm gonna fast forward this slightly because I am running out of time and I need to finish filming this in 33 minutes. There's just 32 minutes left, but of course, you know, sometimes we slow it down, sometimes I keep talking. After the video is done, I do have, I'm participating in a tournament. Probably I'll lose first round, but we'll see. And I have to be online at 2 p.m. It's currently 1:27 because it took me forever to start this video. as for reasons. As we are saying that, yeah, they're moving the entire army there. So this is what we were talking about. They were moving their entire army into a position because they realized they cannot beat here, so they're just charging down this way, and they're really forcing the retreat of the Boyai and the Veni player, or sorry, the Boyai and the AJI player. It seems that the AJI player has left a very light defense here. They're splitting the city in two. The longbow hunters need to, at least two of them need to be brought here to help melt these Shotel. But again, now the problem is that these Norwegian bowmen are in position, and as you can see, they are really doing damage to any missile units which are in position. And that will, I mean, wait. Ooh, what? No way. These Norwegian bowmen are out of ammo? How? They barely got any kills. No. That's a disaster for the attackers. That's an absolute disaster. The Gamma cavalry was brought into the settlement. So was the Kush over there. Torque swordsman just running out, broken, beaten up. I think, yeah, that Torque swordsman over here. Ooh, Gallic hunters hiding in there. They will get a few shots into these Illyrian Marines, and these Illyrian Marines are just like, why are we left here? What have we done wrong in our life? These Celtic warriors are still running far away. Pilas are being thrown into these units. They should really be throwing Pilas at this swordsman. The spear levy over here is just out of position, should be pulled back in. Okay, all of the Shotel forces were pulled back. What are they doing? This is interesting. This is very interesting, I must say. Okay, the Gallic hunters are charging the Illyrian Marines over here, and the Illyrian Marines should be able to deal with that quite easily. I mean, the Gamma cavalry will not let them do that, but these guys will break. So the assault has lost most of its ammunition. And it's doing the thing that I was talking about you shouldn't do, which is running around all the way to try and come from the place which is slightly more open. They're boxing in the defense inside the inner city, basically. But why is this ballista over here? What can it do? I mean, it's going to be useful. I would rather place it here, because here at least... Would you? Yeah, you kind of would have been able to shoot. Or even here. No, here would have been a pain. Yeah, here would have been good, because here you could shoot at this blob right now and be doing crazy amounts of damage. Okay, these guys got 70 kills. It seems both of those Gallic hunters broke and are running away. This Gamma cavalry is just doing a victory lap over there. So they're moving all of their troops away from this. I am not sure what the attack is doing. Okay, let's fast forward this, because this is interesting, but it's a game of cat and mouse. I think that would be a really good title for the game. Cat and mouse. Okay. Shots are being pushed in. I mean, yeah, there are kill box everywhere they go. The defense can just rearrange itself really quickly, because the time it takes to move from the that keep to here, it's like quarter of the time it takes to move all around. Again, they are just stretching their resources as thinly as possible, which perhaps is the idea, because they can still assault from here and here, but again, very limited in the scope. Okay, so again, oh, I really wish there was an artillery here. Oh man, an artillery here, shotgunning these guys would end the game. Just would end the game, right here, right now. Just completely end it. Oh my lord. Yeah, an artillery over here would just do so much damage. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 units of Chosen and a unit of Oathsworn, all full health. Which are just charging it, which is terrifying vista. Honestly, they were so blobbed up. Oh, that's the point where you're like, oh, I wish I had fireballs. Um, but yeah, longbow hunters over there, moving in position. Are they still hidden? No, they're not. They're actually in view. Okay, so the Syrian archers over here still have a little bit of ammunition. The African ballistas being pushed in to try and do some damage, but of course it's limited. These longbow hunters are trying to pick off any unit. The Greek giant ballistas being poured in, and they're wasting ammunition killing it, which is fair enough. This is going to be an interesting assault. All of this is going to be a very interesting assault. Not sure why. They're doing it this way. Oh, yeah, that's this spear wall. Damn, that's a really good shot. Wait, these guys still had ammunition. Pesky little bastard. He put them on melee mode, and they get their sword out. I was like confused. If they wasted their ammunition, these guys would have been like a massive disadvantage. So, oh yeah, the spear wall is pulling back. Chosen swords is getting in position. Oh man, someone honking outside. There's actually a really nice sports car outside right now. Lovely sports car. Okay, yeah, these Numidian bowmen still have ammunition. Okay, so it's not looking that good for the defense at all. At all. We'll see where this goes. Wait, these longbow hunters should be able to get a really good shot because they're in position. Why aren't they firing? Why are you not firing? No, you could have. Oh yeah, range. Range is an issue because these guys don't have range. This can go either way, but it doesn't look good for the defense. The defense is being cornered in. The attackers did not come down this way. They did not take the bait, and I mean, with the exception of the Oathsworn sword followers, they don't have that many good units left. The swordmasters, spear wall. These longbow hunters will do okay, but unfortunately the range is just going to be too much. The Agama cavalry is running around. Gates are being captured. It seems it's going to be very limited. Yeah, shelter war is coming in now. Spear wall fighting against chosen swordsmen. We know how that will go. Pila's being thrown against these Numidian bows, and that's going to be limited. But yeah, this spear wall is just getting absolutely melted. Shoto moving around. If these guys do come up as well, it will do a lot of damage, but they do need to start charging in. Why are the Thorax swordsmen retreating? No, charge in this way. You can overwhelm them. Because you've really put yourselves in a really small kill box over there if you just assault from that area. And even if you charge around, where is the Agama Cav? I mean, the Agama Cav could come here and potentially... Yeah, it could break through here. It could really break through here and do just insane amounts of volumes of damage. Okay, sir. Someone is really irritated and is like, come outside, I really want to leave. Yeah, these guys need to be here firing at an angle on those, or at least firing at an angle at these chosen swords, as these Illyrian Marines are doing, and that Illyrian Marines are getting lots of good kills, good value kills. Same into these Shotos. The backs of those Shotos are exposed as hell, so these guys need to be using that ammunition there. But if you pile up your units, these ballists will punish you for it, so it's going to be a thing. That ballista is somehow still doing really well. I must say the Boyai player did, and the Suebi player did do a really nice hold here, but they didn't do close to enough damage to how much damage they got done to them. Then again, we can't really say what's gonna happen now, but these guys need to be firing, not at these Shoto, but at these guys, the exposed units. They're wasting their Pila on this ballista. They need to be killing these guys. Again, this is why you need cavalry. Oh, Oh, okay. That was a really few good shots over there. That was really good from the Celtic bowmen. They got their revenge. This Numidian bowman was absolutely massacred down to the man, and this other bowman unit is now firing back, but these guys are falling back. For fuck's sake. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there's a guy really honking hard outside. So they're doing. Oh, nice job of holding, I was going to say, but then these Total Warriors just managed to charge into the side of these Sword Followers. Sword Followers will be able to do a lot of damage over here. Thorax Swordsmen charging in. These Illyrian Marines and Mercenary Celtics will only do so much damage. Perhaps it is. I mean, they do need to spread their assault over all areas, not just up this one staircase, which because there is no arrow tower. Oh, he ended up destroying one of his own artillery pieces over there, and that artillery piece is now out of the way. Syrian archers are moving in. Longbow hunters shooting in at these chosen swordsmen at a decent angle. Again, over here there's no longer that much of a threat. These Numidian bowmen, although getting decent amount of kills, were broken, and they lost the exchange over here on this side. The Gamma Cav trying to come in and wipe out these guys, but the Oathsworn doing a lovely job of holding them back. Yeah, the defense is actually taking the upper hand again. Now it looked bad for them for a second, but they're actually taking the upper hand. They're keeping their units spread out just enough that they don't get murdered from the missile advantage of the assault on the settlement. Otherwise, they would be losing. If they do pile up everything, they will lose. But it seems they are actually doing the smart thing and not piling up. So that's good for them. Let's see what else they can do. Oof. Yeah, these units are dying really fast. I mean, again, the angle is better now, but yeah, these guys are dying. Perhaps, honestly, I would actually bring these guys here and just start hitting this way. Just be a pain in the ass. Throw a Swordmaster's unit, clean up this, just charge into their flank. These Illyrians are doing amazing job. Again, IJI are such an underrated faction. They're such a beautiful faction to play with, and it just, it's a joy playing with them. So it's either a kid pressing the horn, or else I have no idea. These Shelter Warriors are under assault from the Sword Followers. More archers coming in. These Illyrian Marines. I don't know why he's targeting Illyrian Marines with his ammunition. It's not the smartest of decisions that he is doing, and yeah, the Thorax Swordsmen are breaking. That Thorax over there is breaking as well. Overall, this is not looking good for the attackers. They've lost more units than they should have. They should have their archers up here shooting back, but they seem to be scared to do so for some reason. They should know that longbow hunters do not have the same range as their heavy Syrian archers, and heavy Syrian archers still possibly around. Yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. Like, they should be up here bullying all of this. Like, 2 Syrian archers here would kill the general and all of these troops. And yeah, mercenary hoplites over there going down. Thorax swordsman charging in. Shoto Wars charging in. This is a good fight. And the attackers are on the wrong side of it. Yeah, this is a beautiful fight. I'm not sure why these guys are still there. I mean, they could come up here and kill those Celtic warriors and just cause a little bit of panic. Yeah, this is not smart. This is not bad. What are you doing, AGI? Sorry, Arveni. Oh, Jesus Christ, I keep mixing up the names. Arveni, why are you condensing all of your units into one place? Yeah, the African Ballista are retreating, but all of this is not gonna go well for the attack. They're finally putting the Syrian archers up, which is good for regards to pressure, but this is not good. This is a stupid move, because if you're gonna just put them here to go all the way around, I mean, you should have left them there in the first place. Oh, because they have the numerical advantage, and what did they do? They bottlenecked themselves. Like, Come on. Lusitanis, I expected better from you guys. My money on you. Did I? Oops. Yeah, I mean this is a big mistake from the attackers. I understand the situation they're in, etc. etc. You know, like backseat, yeah, generaling over here, backseat gaming, but hashtag backseat generals, show them some love. Um, but yeah, doing this army, I mean, it's a desperation move because they're tired. But again, they would have won if they perhaps. I mean, yeah. Yeah, they would have won if they assaulted everywhere at the same time. But now it's too late. I don't think they have a chance because there's too much left. There's these sword forwards back here. There's this Oathsworn. There are all of these Bloodsworn there still. Yeah, those guys are being moved up. There's more spear walls, etc. It's just being moved in. Armored Shotel. Okay, Armored Shotel charging in. Those guys will get again. Too much blobbing up. Every single Pila, every single arrow is just getting kills. That's something you never want to do. That is something you absolutely never want to do. Okay. Um, my neighbors are. Um, I have a Karen neighbor, and yeah, you all know what a Karen neighbor does, right? You know the meme? That's the meme. That it's there for a reason. And oh boy, seems she's come back from the beach and found her apartment closed. She forgot her keys. Just a little bit of drama from my road. Yeah, these sword masters are blocking off that. These are sword masters coming down here to make sure there's no rear charge. These Celtic warriors were broken. Now it's just they're being boxed in. Sword masters should win this fight over here because they're very fresh and these guys are all depleted. I mean, Oathsworn will hold their own, but sword masters will, with frenzy, will match the Oathsworn for a little while. And that will be it. Celtic Bowman over here still fighting. Did I see something flashing over in there? No, it was the Gamma Cavalry running around. Okay, I have to close my window. Give me a second. Okay, I'm not sure if you could hear that, but I was worried it was. And there was a really lovely breeze coming from outside, but I had to close the window because, uh, yeah, holy shit. Neighbors. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, it doesn't seem it's going anywhere. It's just they're slowly breaking through this side. Celtic warriors, of course, will not hold for long. But again, there's just so much left. These sword forwards are being poured in, and these guys are still somehow alive. The mercenary axe warriors and sword followers. How are they doing? 200 kills, dude. That's really good. 200 kills on those. The sword masters over here over 100 kills, and they're charging in again into this chosen swordsman. Choosing not to fight the Oathsworn over there, which is a fantastic thing. Again, the amount of chosen swordsmen and the amount of Turk swordsmen they had, the amount of Shoto warriors, they should have really swarmed all over the place. Like they had enough units here and here to just come around, put enough pressure. This would have broken if there was pressure coming from other sides. And they would have swarmed in. I must say the initial part went well for the defense. The second part went well for the attack, and now this is just going bad for the attack, really, really bad. So I'm not sure what is happening, but one takes what he gets. Shotel over there breaking. These longbow hunters getting a few decent kills. These guys should be out of ammo, but no, they're not. They actually still have ammo. No, one of them is. The other one isn't. That's alright. The Oathsworn unit over here fighting Torque swordsmen. The Oathsworn should win. But again, they're being shot at for the Syrian heavy archers. The Gamma cavalry is coming up back to the rear, but They will face mercenary hoplites. Again, the mercenary hoplites are slightly out of position because they can wrap around that little corner. So that will not be really a good thing for the defense. Again, the defense should just pull back slightly and envelop all of this with better kill box. And again, where it is, it's okay. These chosen swords over here are doing well. Did Oathsworn? Yeah, the Oathsworn over here did fine. Okay, the sword masters switch place with the general. The general is getting good kills. These guys lost 60 men, but they killed 100. More troops are being pulled in for their Pila throws, and now it's just coming down to just Pila throwing. Silver Shield Swordsmen in the mix, but they're really dying fast. Silver Shield Swordsmen are a fantastic unit. I mean, they have really good just stats across the board, and that's something that you want them to stay alive for as long as possible. If this unit of Thorax Swordsman breaks, this unit of Thorax Swordsman over this way will be surrounded. Yep, the Chosen Swordsman coming in to block off any of that. And the massacre is happening. Yeah, that unit broke. This unit of Silver Shield Swordsmen is being charged by Sword Followers, and Sword Followers have 27 charge bonus, which it's actually the same as the Silver Shield Swordsman. Silver Shield Swordsman gets charged from their flank. They're actually dying. Sword Followers over here, 138 kills. They're trying to get just a unit touching the rear of these Thorax Swordsmen. The Oathsworn over here getting really heavily damaged by the Syrian archers, but there's only so much you can do. Those Celtic bowmen should be shooting into these Syrian archers and just getting rid of them. Meanwhile, seriously, dude, what are you trying to do? That a Gamma Cav. Maybe bring the General of Kush. Where's the General of Kush? Oh, the General of Kush is here. I think he's trying to keep his units from breaking, but at this point, oh, okay, all right. The Arveni just did a ring around the rosy, just doing that, getting up here, just exploring the city, charging into the right way of these Levy Spearmen, which have been there since the start of the game in the wrong direction. And they actually ended up being in the right position. These Swordmasters falling back. The general should fall back as well. This arrow tower is going to do a lot of damage to these chosen swords, and Pilas are being thrown. And this spear wall will hold long enough for this to be cleaned up, hopefully. I mean, this does not have that much of a long life. Shelf life over here. The Celtic warriors, bowmen charging in. The general over here, it's down to 50 men. Again, the amount of ammunition he's taking is ridiculous. The Kushite Royal Guard finally coming to support the Agam Makav. Again, the Agam Makav are getting shot at by that arrow tower. Again, this unit should... both of them need to charge at the same time. Spear Wall and Illyrian Marines, which are really fresh, are back there. There's still a unit of mercenary troops up here, which the Arveni is just going all the way around, and they're desperate. They notice they're losing. They don't want to be in this position. Their army is routing. The Shotel warriors over here routing to Bloodsworn. I mean, these Shotel warriors, 276 kills. Yeah, the Kush player played really well, getting hundreds of kills on his units, but then I don't know what happened, honestly, because this seemed like a sure win for the attack after they've swarmed here. All they needed, again, I will reiterate, is they need to attack from here, here, and here at the same time. Even being sneaky, putting like 2 units of Shotel warriors with the Agam Makav and the Kushite Royal Guard, and they would have broken through these hoplites really, really easily. But let's see. Okay, they've finally shattered through here. Again, this is what I meant. They put pressure here. They shattered through there instantly because the units had to be sent elsewhere. These units had to be sent here to try and hold this march. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. When you stretch out the defenders won't be able to do much. And again, the defenders over here are managing to rout off the remainder of the units. This Oathsworn over here killing a lot. And if that Oathsworn wraps around this pike unit... Oof. Wait. This pike unit's down to 35 man. How many kills did it get? 87. It's not bad. Again, the Syrian archers are charging in. The missiles are charging in. This is the end game. The Oathsworn and the Chosen Swords should be cleaned up really with relative ease. Oathsworn over here are being pinned in the center, and they're being shot in the rear by the arrow tower. These Illyrian noble hoplites are just unbreakable, 115 armor. They're one of those DLC units that came in later, and they were just like, okay, this is a really bad faction. What should we give them? Okay, let's give them a pretty much undestroyable armor. and that Oathsworn is charged in there. And they also have decent 30 charge bonus. Hoplite charges were absolutely fantastic thing to behold. According to historians, the general over there died, but sword followers should make short work of the remainder of this force, and the damage should be indeed carried out with ease. It's still a close match per se, but it's not. I mean, the balance of power is now just, yeah. As I said, that the balance of power is just flexing in terms of the defenders. The chosen swords over here are crushing. The Ricochet Royal Guard are finally charging into the general, the Swordmaster General over there, but it's too late. The Oathsworn General, if these two generals die, and that's the end of it. The Agam Makav over here is fighting against the Illyrian Hoplites and the sword followers over there, and it's not in a position it wants to be fighting. It wants to be rear charging, but of course there's not many rear charge when you get caught in that situation. These Illyrian nobles again will not die very easily, and they could hold on forever. Just an Illyrian noble wedge over here would be able to hold for a good decent amount of time. These Illyrian Marines are doing very well against that swordsman. This Oathsworn, this Oathsworn, look how strong Oathsworn is, okay? They're surrounded, they're still at 82 kills, and they're still melting these sword followers, but they're tired. And did the game just crash on me? No way. No way. Are you joking? Okay, the game just crashed. Alright, I'll cut it in and put it in right after this. And yeah, the game crashed. So I'm back. Hopefully, I think just this moment this is where it crashed. So yeah, these Illyrian nobles go back to the Oathsworn and the second group of Oathsworn, and they're trying to just clean up the general, clean up this one. The Royal Crusade Guard charging and trying to find an avenue to attack, and honestly, that's a really good avenue. But the problem is there's nothing left here, and this assault needed to have happened again, as I was saying around 30 minutes ago now. Quite disappointed, honestly, because this was a really good attempt, but there were three armies. They should have attacked one army here, one army there, one army there. They took very little damage entering the settlement, with the exception of at the start when they lost most of their frontline units, but then their elite units were still intact, and at this point, what else can you do? These Illyrian nobles are still full health. Sword masters here are decent health. Yeah, they're all in good condition. The Oathsworn and against sword followers, we know where that's going, but especially with the help of these Kushite Guard. But oof, the Illyrian nobles here were absolutely wrecked, rudied by these Oathsworn, which is to be expected. The general is dead, so there is routing. The Illyrian Marines here did clean up that unit over there, and now troops are being taken here. Shield wall coming in to assist with killing these Kushite Royal Guard, so that secondary general would die as well. The rear charge was obtained on these Oathsworn. They will win, yes, but they would also die at the same time. Artillery is being shot. Ooh. Finally getting to use this artillery. Yeah, just shoot into your own man. Fireballs, please. Fireballs. Yeah, and the game is over. This would have been a cool capture point. I'm not sure why they put the capture point on there, because this would be more interesting. Then again, most people would end up just assaulting from there. This gate never gets assaulted whatsoever. It's a lonely gate. These Logbow Hunters did end up getting a few kills, 142 kills over there. Yeah, sword followers organizing themselves in a line. There's some Syrian archers, again Makav. I mean, that's pretty much all that's left, and the Oathsworn units over here. So not that many units at all whatsoever. Artillery is being thrown, but again, these Oathsworn are really low. And oof, that was a good shot. A couple of Oathsworn die. These spear wall are not going to be having a good day. Oof. That's painful, especially once they come into this range. This is not gonna be pretty. That building is taking a beating. Yeah, they need to shoot at that. The general unit broke. This spear wall, I have renewed respect. I just realized they do have 81 defense. Army losses was just inflicted. The cavalry did just break through, and that is understandable. I mean, that's what cavalry like this does. It's meant to break through unit formations and just Look at that charge right into those Marines. Half of them downed. I mean, Cav should have been used earlier. Cav is something if used to disrupt your enemy formation, F up their plans, and do whatever needs to be done. These cavalry are gonna have a lovely time killing these sword followers, and they just broke through. They're trying at this point to just inflict kills. Honestly, an arcadey game mode. The Oatsworn over here are breaking as well. They're gone, and all that's left is these guys. A couple of rear charges is going to do the trick. It seems that the Sultanis are kind of waking up and like, oh, we need to play seriously now, and they are. Oof, yeah, that Logmo Hunter unit. They thought they were going to go home. Most of them are not going to go home. The sword followers over there are getting absolutely wrecked. So what did they get as abilities? Again, everyone. Okay, this guy at least got second win. Everyone keeps getting the raise banner, which sounds great in practice. In reality, I found out it is an absolute waste. Hogwash. I mean, they're putting up a decent last fight over here, getting a few kills here and there. But what the hell are they going to do against the Illyrian Noble, Spear Wall, and all the other juicy anti-cavalry that there are on the battlefield? Look at this charge coming in hot. No. Oh, they didn't even charge. 30, 15 anti-bonus versus large. Battle rhythm. Yeah, these guys are goners. Yeah, Gamma are broken, army losses, and that means the big boys here are soon going to die. Oh, there was still Pilas. Oh, yeah, that hurts. These guys still had Pila. That was beautiful. That Pila throw was absolutely beautiful. The Cav over here is just trying its best to get a couple of more kills, but this is GG. Good game for both teams, but again, Lustani expected better. As you know, you don't just send up your entire army to a choke point when you have the superior numbers. Split up and do your thing. The defense could have been better. This was a waste. There wasn't enough missile fire to support it. They didn't get enough archers to support the archers were slingers to support their defense, and the ones they did, most of them had really low range. Madrid getting 2,800 kills, Marshall getting 2,000, and Killer Rube get only 1,800. Whereas the others did get a lot of kills, but again, they didn't manage to go through very well. So it was Madrid the last one. Ooh, I'm sorry, man. I apologize for forgetting your name. But overall, the Moritari win. It was a very close game, considering everything. Um, Gears, Why So Serious, and Captain Nipples. Again, your units could have easily won that. Ooh, no holds barred. All you need to do is do a proper chokehold and tighten the noose. And it seems Moritari win. And that's amazing. Let's see if we miss some really good kills. I mean, these guys got decent kills. Yeah, 458 kills. This is when the archers charged in. Absolute massacre. The Illyrians, the AJI, lost a lot of troops trying to hold outside, and same with this. They lost all of these Bloodsworn, barely doing any damage. Bloodsworn is a unit that you need to use as a cycle charging unit rather than a wall unit. They are light infantry at the end of the day. Apologies if my voice is a little bit crackly. It's just after the game crashed yesterday, I took the day off and I woke up this morning and my voice is crackly. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, send me your own replays. And yeah, have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.